In the middle of a quiet countryside on 5 acres of land sits a beautiful abandoned mansion with everything left behind. Built in 1757, it survived wars, storms, and generations, but it couldn't survive the heartbreak that ultimately happened inside its walls. When Mr. Martin won the lottery at just 33 years old, over $3 million overnight, he bought everything he could have dreamt of. Fast cars, designer clothes, and jewelry. But what he wanted the most was a home. A place where he could build a life and start a family. When he found this mansion, he immediately fell in love with it and renovated it room by room, keeping the original old charm while adding on multiple modern touches. Photos of the renovation process are still lying around the house today, showing the connection he made with it. Soon, he found a wife and raised 3 children inside, filling every room with fun memories and laughter. Eventually, the kids moved out to start lives of their own, leaving their parents alone in the mansion. But in 2021, everything changed. Mrs. Martin passed away, leaving Mr. Martin all alone inside. And just 1 year later, the heartbreak caught up to him. He died too, leaving behind his dream mansion that suddenly had no one to live in. A bitter family dispute over the inheritance arose, and instead of sharing the property, they chose to let it sit, untouched, unclaimed, and completely abandoned. So join me as we venture inside and see everything that's left behind. We just made it on the property. First thing is a tennis court, which is pretty cool. It's all overgrown now. But now we have to make our way to the mansion through all this brush. It's gonna be pretty tough, but already a really cool sign. I see it now, just through the trees. Well, folks, it seems like we found our way in over there, but I mean, right off the bat, this is such a cool looking mansion, and it goes back really far. It seems to be 3 stories, so I can't wait to go in here. Looks like a modern but also very old layout here. But without further ado, let's head inside. All right, folks, well, here we have the front door where we walk in for the first time. And this is one of the most incredible abandoned mansions I've ever seen. Right off the bat, I mean, you can tell, look at the architecture and design on everything. And this home was built to look old, but also to have a modern feel to it. And as we turn around, this is the main staircase. Unreal. With crazy stone flooring, carpets, and furniture everywhere. Everything was left behind. Other clothes still hanging up. Wow. So we have a big wing over there. So we're gonna start off over here, which is the private library of this house. And most of it is just literally stone, as we're gonna see, stone and wood. So brick flooring over here. Really cool kind of coffered ceilings up top. Very modern painting. Oh wow, that's Mary and Jesus. All right, let's go in. This is actually very short. This is like 5'10" tall, so we gotta kind of duck down here. But folks, look at this library. It's like a private study area. Massive fireplace, it's real too. There's so many beautiful modern knickknacks everywhere. The cool wooden ceiling. They really try to do a good combination of modern and old. Looks really good. Bunch of natural lighting too, custom drapes probably as well. I mean, look at the detail put into this. I can imagine the family sitting around here, having a fire, reading a book, even an old sewing table. It's a puff. All the books left behind, most of them at least. Yeah, this is their like study area. We have a carpet right below just this part. Could do their work. They might have been like a scholar, very smart person. But I can't believe all the books are just lined up. And just the design of this room is so crazy. Looks like a display case here. And you could lock it up too. So this stuff is probably really expensive. And you could tell it's untouched because no one's really kind of gone through and trashed it. It's literally frozen in time. But yeah, here's one last overview of this library before we move on. Also the detail on that. All right, let's keep going. I came out of the library. What else is there here?
Well, we have this beautiful staircase. Upstairs, there's all the bedrooms with the beds still made. Over there, we have the kitchen, we have the dining rooms, all the plates are there, the condiments, everything's still left behind. And these rooms are just huge. Like, these people must have had some big money, especially in Europe. That's hard to come by. So pretty wild to see that it's all been left. It's all frozen in time since, honestly, I don't know how long yet. We're gonna have to figure that one out.
All right, but we're gonna check out the second floor later on. But first, we're gonna see this first floor. This radiator, a bunch of stuff on it. Looks like a family photo too. Black and white, it's probably really old. And look at all the dust, peeling paint everywhere. So with a mirror, it's gold and has a lot of white mold now growing on it, which is very sad. And all of these, it's kind of windows, but also doors. You could open it up and just walk out. Or just open the wooden shades behind and let a bunch of lighting in. Now here we have the basement under the stairs. Looks like everything is left down there too. Cool wooden door and then a bathroom actually. Or a sink at least. Over here. A very small one. Sconces pretty much everywhere in all of these rooms. Look at this door frame, how wide this is. But this, folks, is the main living room of this house. It's absolutely incredible. Take a look at those ceilings. I can't believe everything is still frozen in time here. With a painting. Oh wow, this is actually the scene in the Bible with like the burning bush. Wow, so all of these paintings kind of have some biblical meaning to them. Very kind of modern teapots here. That's also religious, it looks like. Now I wonder if this is this property. It could be. Could have had a daughter. But there's so many family photos and just pictures everywhere. This actually looks like the mansion when it was like being built. Yeah, this is definitely it. Oh, and this is the foyer. Yeah, check that out. It's crazy how it's decaying, but it's also really frozen in time. So beautiful. This thing's massive. And a modern couch too. But let's keep going on. This is the dining room of this house. Such a beautiful room. Oh my gosh. Absolutely mind-blowing. These people had a lot of money. Big wooden table. I can imagine a family having a meal here, a really formal one with guests. A huge fireplace. Look at that engraving, 1757. It's a stained glass Mary. This could have been built a long time ago in 1757, and they just made modern touches to it. Probably room for a statue. Another big tapestry on the wall, just like the one in the foyer. Seems like a small countryside village. We have 2 people and a bunch of sheep. And we have pretty much the same ceiling as the living room. So I betcha if we go over here, this is where the kitchen's gonna be. It only makes sense. You have the ironing board, kind of modern stereo system, dead plants. Wow, this thing is huge. Oh my goodness. You have modern sconces on the walls, and take a look at that. And the table's still like pretty set up as well. Now here's the fridge. No food is left behind. All the spices, condiments, like a side door, you walk out. Even the dishes in the sink, like dirty dishes, and in the drying rack. And I bet you all of these drawers are filled to the brim. Yes, they are. It oddly doesn't smell like food here, even though there's so much. We have big cobweb buildup, so many of that. And this you could like wheel around actually. Maybe bring stuff to the dining room from the kitchen here. Yeah, what a crazy room though. This is really nice. We have a bathroom here. But now it's time to go upstairs. I cannot wait to go up there. I just know the bedrooms are gonna be unreal. We have the tapestry that's probably like 25 feet tall. That thing's huge. And the lighting from that window really gives it a cool glow. Those lights are so cool. It's so modern, but also old too. And we even have this carving here, probably definitely handmade. It looks like they didn't finish it for whatever reason. And a pretty thick wooden door here. That's really cool. You kind of go downstairs and there's the toilet. There's barely any space. And there's not even a sink either. It's just that. Yeah, here we have a better view of the tapestry. Seems like some overgrown pillars and then some like town in the distance. Pretty similar ceiling to what we saw downstairs. But just by the look of this, I can't believe the bedrooms we're gonna see. I'm so excited. Now over there, I believe that is the master bedroom. So we're gonna save that for last. Whoa, that is crazy. Very cool statue here. But take a look at these lights. They're electric, but they're made to look like, you know, a real candle. More religious paintings. La Santa Familia. And we have this kind of brick flooring here. Really matches well. And as we go in the rooms, you know, it changes a little bit. Oh my gosh. This is hands down one of the most incredible bedrooms I've ever seen. Look at that. And everything matches each other. Like that matches the drapes. So this was custom made, custom designed. Seems like just flowers and vines. This is so interesting. Wonder if there's anything in these. No, mostly empty. This might be, you know, put like lavender or something in the bag here and it'll smell good. Kind of like an ashtray bowl here. Also empty. Man, here we have the fireplace. Looks to be a real one. Looks like there was a painting there at some point, but it got taken off. You can kind of see the outline for it. Now I wonder if their clothes are still in here. Yes, they are. It's just bedding mostly. So this is the 4 Kids episode. 2010. I don't think this was abandoned for 15 years. All right, let's move on. Crazy bedroom. And I love how the right side is pretty much just windows too. So there's really good lighting during the day. Now what do we got here? These look like old coins almost. I wonder if these are like real kind of jewels and diamonds. I bet there's so much money left behind in this house and it's just left to rot. Yeah, another bedroom. This one is very cool. Not as good as the first one. 2 symmetrical sconces. This one fell, but there's another one over there. And we even have a sink in this room in the corner. That's pretty cool. Even more jewelry. This looks like a bracelet. I wonder if this is some weirdly shaped cup. There was probably a painting or something hanging up there before as well. But let's keep going. It looks like we have 3 more rooms to go. Then we'll check out the master. This one is smaller than the last, without a doubt, but also has its very unique features to it. Probably a guest room, I bet. It's a very symmetrical look. Love to see that. Yeah, and the wallpaper is just like peeling off slowly as well. This one is just, falling completely off. And we have like closet space on either side next to the door. Now this is also pretty small too. I have to duck down. That's maybe like 6 feet, most likely. And that just completely fell. And now it's all over the wall. It's very sad that this is decaying. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? This is beautiful. So much decay, but so untouched. Look at all that mold. Whole lot of bees flying around in here. There's a constant buzz. Yeah, like double bed. This one's a little bit more cluttered. So there's like a lot of stuff here. But it seems like all of these rooms have fireplaces. That's one thing they have in common. This pretty big chair too. Yeah, stuff still in there. But all right, with that, let's check out the bathroom and then move on. This one's pretty big and very, very tall ceilings. I'd say like 15 feet tall. So it all matches each other. It's all green, kind of avocado green. Even the scale over there too. Now there's no medicine cabinet. You can't like open any of this up. So they would just have to keep everything on this ledge here. Beautiful decay as well from the window. The paint just peeling off. Yeah, here's a look back. This was a very, very cool second floor. And now let's check out the master. Passing by this beauty again. And we actually have to go upstairs to get to this. Just 2 steps, but still significant. Oh my gosh. This is beautiful. And take a look at this chair here. This is one of the craziest chairs I've ever seen. Wow, we have like lines on both sides. Lines on the bottom. Then like a deer there. And on either side of the bed, these like angels. Very symmetrical rooms. Fireplace too, obviously. Definitely got something hanging up there. And some knickknacks here. You see the dust prints. And all of the closets like still have everything left, all their clothes left behind. It seems like someone relatively young used to live here just based on this. I think that's a Chanel bag I just saw. It is, yes. That's pretty high end. The hat holder. Yeah, here we have the bedroom. Now we haven't seen a bathroom for the master, so I think it's either here or over there. Whoa. This is super cool. What a crazy color combination here. Oh my gosh. The robes, towels hanging up. And look at the colors. It all matches with the toilets, the bathtubs, bidet. It's very interesting. And these are actually medicine cabinets, I think. Yes, you could open them up and everything is still in there. This is so cool. Yeah, a little bit in there. Also like modern lighting. So this is a fairly modern bathroom. And a very interesting kind of color scheme to it too. All right, we're gonna take a quick run down to the basement, see if there's anything interesting. 'Cause there's a lot kind of as we go down. Not really. Just like storage, it looks like. Looks like a dungeon almost. Yeah, no, nothing much in here. What about here though? This is weird. Oh, a wine cellar. Yeah, this is all for like wines and canned goods. That's pretty cool. And now the mansion sits in silence, holding the last echoes of the life that once filled it. Every room is a reminder of love, loss, and the memories the family left behind. Time continues to move forward, but this house remains frozen in their story. Thank you for exploring it with me. Until the next one.